Alright guys, welcome back to another installation of Bible Calendar Basics. So today we are going to be addressing the questions why 60 minutes equals 1 hour and how do we know with scripture. Okay, so these are going to be the questions we'll be tackling today. And what I'd like to emphasize here is that not only we're going to use scripture, I want us to learn how to actually and understand the importance of using the luminaries, the sun, moon, and stars, to tell time and how exactly they influence time. So we've already covered that and proven that the calendar is solar and that the year is base 360. Okay, so the common explanation that we hear is that, oh, there's 60 minutes in an hour because a circle is 360 degrees and the Babylonians came up with it. And okay, look, that's the worldly explanation. It's not giving credit to God, because it's as if oh, God didn't leave us with any answer or any way of proving this. Okay, so this is part of the truth. It's not the full truth. Okay, so the reason why there are 360 degrees in a circle is not just because a circle is 360 degrees. Okay, a perfect square is also 360 degrees in nature. But why? That is because, when we draw our circle here again, okay, these four cardinal points, east, north, west, and south, are the directions that the sun, moon, and stars travel. Okay, so they actually travel in a counterclockwise direction, whereas our clocks go clockwise, when in reality, if they're to truly reflect nature, they should be moving counterclockwise. Okay, so that'll be for another video. But anyways, so the luminaries complete a circuit of 360 degrees. Okay, now there's flat earth videos showing the sun and moon traveling like this, but that's actually really sloppy. That's actually not accurate at all. Yeah, they're moving east to west, but they fail to neglect, or they fail to see that the sun and moon and stars rise and they set. Okay, so really, although they're completing a circuit, all right, what ends up happening is this right here. So it goes from here to actually something like this. All right, so the sun, moon, and stars travel like that. Okay, and they actually would go under the earth, so they still complete a full circuit. Okay, and their positions obviously are going to change throughout the year, but this is just a really simple explanation or illustration showing the correct motion of the sun, moon, and stars. Okay, so they rise above the horizon here in the east, they go, reach the highest point in the north, travel south, okay, and they set in the west, and finally they go under the earth and then come back around. All right, This is described in detail in the book of Enoch, specifically one Enoch. Not two Enoch, but one Enoch. Okay? Because, I mean, really, as we know, north is always up and south is always at the bottom. Alright? So these are the directions here. Now, you know, if you get this messed up, I mean, things aren't going to make sense. You'll start saying crazy stuff like south is in every direction, but that's another video. Alright, so because the luminaries complete a 360-degree circuit in the heavens, the year then is base 360 days. Okay? I should actually put that here. So the year is base 360 because the circuit that the sun, moon, and stars travel. So that means then that because there are 12 zodiac signs, there are 12 months in a year, and there are also 12 hours in a day. Okay? So when you divide up the degree 360 and by 12, you get 30 degrees. Okay? 12 sets of 30 degrees. Then you have 12 months of 30 days each, and 12 hours of 30, I'm not sure what the unit of time would be, but 30, I guess 30 minutes. All right? 30 minutes each. Now, getting to the 60 minutes here. Okay. So, how do we know that is indeed 60? Well, let's write out the year here. All right. Okay, now we're going to divide the year into 4 parts. Okay, so notice that when we add up the days per every 2 months, they total to 60. Now, what these numbers actually represent are the number of sunrises and sunsets. Okay, so each month the sun rises and sets 30 days. Therefore, every 2 months the sun rises and sets 60 times. Okay, so sunrise and sunset. All right, so therefore, because every 2 months there are 60 sunrises and sunsets, okay, there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And that is because of the number of sunrises and sunsets of the sun. And notice, okay, we have 12 sets of 30, come out to 360. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of 60, and again, comes out to 360. And then when we add up each of the 60s, we get 120 times 3, which again gives us 360. You guys seeing the correlations here and the connections? All right, I hope so. So now, what does that mean for the equinoxes? Okay, because when we follow just the movement of the sun, the hours, according to nature, are going to be unequal, meaning that the hour is not always going to be 60 minutes in length. Okay, I'll get out another marker here. So there. Okay, so we want to pay attention here, and we want to pay attention here. Okay, these are our two equinoxes. And then at these points here are the solstices. Okay, so again, the year is base 360, or the year. The hour is base 60, okay? We're going to write that out. Now, because the equinoxes are here, these are going to be the only two times in the year where the hour, each hour, is 60 minutes in length. All right? So, how do we determine how many minutes we are to add or subtract each year? Well, simply, we take nature's inspiration. Because there are 4 seasons, okay? We have the summer solstice, we have the autumnal equinox, winter solstice, and the vernal equinox here. Okay, so we take 60, divide it by 4. So this is 60 minutes divided by 4 quarters. Okay, and then we get 15 minutes per quarter. All right. So what we're going to end up doing here, because there are 4 seasons, all right, we are going to add 4 minutes. Okay, here, vernal equinox. Now we're at the first day of spring here. Okay, we're in the spring season now. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and 4 minutes. Then we're going to subtract 4. And we'll see something interesting. Okay, so notice how time goes up till we get to the longest time over here. Okay, with the summer solstice, and then time starts dropping. Okay, and then we get to the autumnal equinox or the fall equinox. And time continues to drop further. Okay, till we get to the shortest time of the year, winter solstice. And then guess what? Time starts building back up. See that? Okay, so this is true because, again, divide 60 minutes by 4 quarters, and you get 15 minutes per quarter, right? And that makes sense because, again, when I showed here earlier, before I put the 60 here to represent the minutes, the sunrises and sunsets, okay, each month are 30 days each. So every 2 weeks you have 15, okay? And then another 2 weeks you have 15 for 30, all right? So on and so forth till you get to 60. Okay, so this is also equal to 1 quarter, all right? 30 minutes or 2 quarters, so on and so forth. Lining up. Now, it should also be noted that when it comes to the number of hours in a day, remember Jesus said in John 11:9 that there are 12 hours in a day. 12 hours equals 1 day. Okay? And we already know that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay? So that means that 15 minutes is equal to 1/12 of the day. And when we multiply these two numbers, 12 hours, 15 minutes, okay, we get 180. But why is this? Okay, remember, this is for the day. This is just for the day portion, okay? This is for the day. Now at nighttime, again, because there are 12 zodiac signs, okay, there are only 12 hours at night. So that means, okay, just using our base 60 here, same logic would apply. So 15 minutes at night, again, would only be equal to 1/12 of the night, okay? So when we take 12 hours day, 15 minutes, oh, getting ahead of myself. It's 180 minutes. All right. Then when we take the 12 hours of night times 15 minutes, we have 180 minutes. Add those two together, 360 minutes total. Okay, now this division here reflects what we read in Genesis 1 verses 1 through 5, where God separated the day from the night. Okay, that's why the math works out this way. It's because it perfectly reflects God's division of day and night and keeping them separate and not mixing them together. Okay, this also, again, in our illustration earlier, okay, this reflects the circuit of the sun, moon, and stars. Okay, they travel like this. Alright, so in the next video, I'll be going over more into detail about the phases of the sun and the stars, and comparing that to the phases of the moon.